Everyone wants to reach the top ranks in Valorant, but not everyone has the time to put in the hours of daily practice. You need immediate steps, so I've condensed the gap between you and Immortal into exactly 10 minutes of habits. If you can't commit to 10 minutes to learn them, you probably don't deserve the rank anyways. So every tip here leads into the next, so make sure you stay to the end of the video for the best result. So habit number 1, stop overthinking and start acting. Right now, you are losing rounds because you are paralyzed by the information. You see a flash or hear a step and spend 3 seconds processing it. By the time you decide to swing, that window of opportunity is gone. You weren't playing safe, you're actually playing slow, and in Valorant, slow means dead. You see, Immortal players don't have better brains than you, they just trust their first read. And if they see space, they take it. If they call a rotate, they rotate immediately. They would rather make a bad decision together at full speed than a perfect decision alone while hesitating. So let's create a rule for ourselves to train this habit. The moment you have an idea, you have 0.5 seconds to act on it. And if you think you should swing mid, you should swing mid now. You will feed some depths at first, and that's fine, but only if you're actually thinking and then committing. It's controlled aggression, not brain off W key. I'd rather you be aggressive and learn your limits than be passive and learn absolutely nothing. Hesitation is not patience. So now you know how to act fast, but listen closely. Acting fast is useless if you're just running faster into a grave. You fixed your hesitation, but now you're liable to make a strategic error that kills 90% of aggressive players before they even see an enemy. Habit number 2, default discipline. We all think that we're the hero. You think you could full swing every angle and win every duel. Sadly, we can't. Most of you are just rushing into a meat grinder, feeding the enemy team free kills, and then wondering why you're stuck in bronze. You're not playing aggressive, you're playing stupid. Immortal players don't just run at walls. They default, they play slow, gather information, and force the enemy to make a move. They use their utility to find fights, not just take them. They understand that patience isn't weakness, it's a weapon. They'd rather win the round with smart defaults than lose it with reckless pushes. So now that we understand defaulting and using our utility to create fights, let's look at our new rule. Unless you have a clear, coordinated plan, you default. Hold angles, listen for footsteps, and use your utility to probe. Don't peek until you know why you're peeking. If you're not getting information or setting up a teammate, you're probably just giving away your position. Stop being a liability and start playing with purpose. So you've played smart, you've defaulted, and you took the site. Congratulations, you've done the hard part. But here's the harsh reality. You're throwing away free wins right here. Most of you lose the round right after the plant because you get lazy with this one specific mechanic. Habit number 3, post-plant power play. You get the spike down, and then what? You scatter around the site, hide in a corner, and pray? You've already done the hard part, but you're throwing away the round by playing scared. The plant isn't the end, it's the beginning of the most critical phase. If you can't hold a post-plant, you didn't deserve the round in the first place. Immortal players don't just plant and run, they plant and dominate. They understand that the spike is a ticking time bomb for the enemy. They take aggressive angles, cut off rotations, and force the enemy into unfavorable fights. They use their utility to deny defuses and secure kills. They turn a planted spike into an impenetrable fortress, not a liability. Now, how do we implement this into our own games no matter the rank? The moment that spike is down, you immediately take a power position. Don't run to the safest spot. Run to the spot that gives you the most control. Use your utility to block retakes, deny defuses, and isolate enemies. Every second the spike ticks is another second you should be actively controlling the site. Make them push into your crosshair, not the other way around. You now know how to hold the site, but there's a hidden reason why you're still losing those post plans. And it's not your aim. It's the fact that you wasted your utility. You committed this resource crime 60 seconds ago. So habit number 4, utility dumping. I can't tell you how many times I will watch someone waste all their utility. The worst part is you aren't just wasting utility, you're throwing the round. Every piece of utility is a resource, and you're treating it like it's free. If you're not using your abilities to gain an advantage, you're actively hurting your team. You see, Immortal players treat utility like it's gold. Every smoke, every flash, every molly has a purpose. They use it to deny information, create space, secure kills, or block retakes. They don't just throw it, they invest it. They understand that a well-placed smoke can win a round and a wasted flash can lose it. They make every ability count. So now, we understand the importance of utility, but before you use any ability, ask yourself, what is the exact purpose of this utility right now? If you can't answer that question, don't throw it. save it. Use your smokes to cut off lines of sights for a push. Use your flashes to blind the enemies before you peek, and your mollies to clear off corners or deny diffuses. Stop wasting your resources and start using them to dominate. So now you fixed your hesitation, you're defaulting correctly, you're dominating the post plant, and you're investing your utility wisely. But there's one final habit that keeps 99% of you hard stuck in the lower ranks. And surprisingly, it's actually not your aim, it's your ego. You're chasing the wrong number. I've studied the mental and psychology of top players in Valorant, and none of them are focusing on getting clips for their stream or whatever. What they care about is impact. You dropping 30 kills doesn't matter if 20 of them are exit frags when the round is already lost. That's fake value. You're stat farming. An Immortal will take one duel that stops a plant, forces the spike to be dropped in a terrible spot, then die. On the scoreboard, that may be 1-1, but in reality, that one kill just stalled the entire enemy team, burned 10 seconds off the clock, and let their team rotate. That's impact. Immortal players will anchor a site, get 0 kills, but delay long enough with utility that the enemy has to rush a bad plant. Their teammates then clean up. The anchor goes 0-1, but they just won them the round. They will swing early to trade a teammate, not to get theirs first. Your ranked brain thinks, I don't want to die, I'm on a 20 bomb. Their brain thinks, if I trade him instantly, we keep man advantage and spike control. That's the mental gap. You're playing for an ego boosting screenshot, they're playing for the scoreboard that actually matters. So instead of searching for kills, search for round wins. Think to yourself, how do I win this round? Or how do I create a favorable outcome in this situation that I'm currently in? And once you start implementing these 5 tips that'll help you climb, you have no excuses. You've got habits for fixing your gameplay. And if you stay hard stuck after this, that's not on your teammates, that's on you. Videos alone can't fix your issues. You need to put in the work. So if you're still here and actually locked in, don't click off yet. The video on screen breaks down the solo carry mindset that every Immortal player uses. That's the logical next step after learning these habits. So click that video, join the Discord, and prove you're not just another hard stuck player coping in all chat. If you want to be Immortal, you gotta act like one. So let's lock in, and I'll see you in Hyrule, my friends.